All right, let's talk some rookies, shall we? Let's talk some rookies. Now, listen, a draft class is such an important thing to a league, and the right draft class can set your league up for success for decades to come, right? When I think about great draft classes to hit a league, I think about the 1996 NBA draft. That draft had Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant, okay? Like, we're talking about players who went on to become icons of culture, icons of the game, championship winners, backbones of franchises. The 2003 NBA draft, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and some guy, what was that guy's name? I think, LeBron James. Hello. All right. The 2011 NFL draft. That draft had Cam Newton, Von Miller, and Julio Jones. Oh my God. So a great draft class can set a league up with stars for years and years and years to come. And baby, the 2024 WNBA draft did just that. Come on now. Let's talk about it. The headliner, obviously, the sharpshooter who can shoot from the parking lot, dropping threes, getting off the bus, Caitlin Clark, the superstar, the one who is already putting the league on her back in terms of viewership and anticipation. Like last year, we were watching these games telling people, dog, these girls can play. This is not like a charity case. These games are good. These players are good. The matchups and the rivalries are intense. Y'all need to be watching these games. That's what we were saying last year. But this year, the tone has changed because the first thing that people are thinking when it comes to the WNBA is, I gotta see Caitlin Clark. I gotta see Caitlin Clark play. I gotta see if she lives up to the hype. I gotta see if she can do in the pros what she did in college, and I gotta see if Caitlin's sanity is real. And baby, let me tell you something. It is real. It's real. It's real because I watched her preseason debut against the Dallas Wings the other night. The game was sold out. And everybody on both teams brought their A game. The Dallas Wings came out gunning. And because they wanted to prove a point, right? Like, Caitlin Clark, you're not going to just show up and walk into everybody's court and be the star, take all of the shine. You're going to have to earn it. And she almost did. I think she had something like 21 points. She was dropping some of those crazy off-balance deep threes early in the game. Caitlin Clark did not disappoint. And I don't expect her to disappoint all season. I'm not saying she's going to lead the league in scoring, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she's going to be the best player in the league. She can't be the best player in the league because Asia Wilson still exists, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's talk about that. We ain't going to go too far into that. But I want to get back to focusing on these rookies, okay? So, of course, we know Caitlin Clark is the headliner of the class, but we also had Cameron Brink going to LA. And by the way, I think that's just a perfect match. You got Cameron Brink, you got LA. Like, this is going to be, y'all going to be sick of Cameron Brink. I'm telling y'all going to be sick of her because she is going to be on billboards. She's going to be on red carpets. She's going to get all the endorsements. And I just hope her play, lives up to her fame and fanfare that she's going to get, because y'all are either going to fall in love with Cameron Brink or y'all are going to be hating Cameron Brink, but you are sure going to see a lot of Cameron Brink. So Cameron Brink to the Sparks, that was huge. Camila Cardoso to the Chicago Sky, huge. The girl is 6'8", and I don't know if you watched that game where the Iowa Hawkeyes played the South Carolina Gamecocks, but Camila Cardoso, she's not just big and standing out there taking up space. She can hoop. She is a rebounding monster. She got moves in the post. She gets buckets down there. And by the way, the Chicago Sky not only drafted Camila Cardoso, they drafted Angel Reese. Let's go, baby! Oh my God. And I'm so excited for that. Like, first of all, ain't nobody getting no boards. Between Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky, I expect them to lead the league in rebounding. And I know they're rookies. But I see what I see. I see what I see. These girls get all the boards. So I'm fully expecting the Chicago Sky to lead the league in rebounding, right? Now, the question is, can they support that with shooting from the outside? Because the inside is on lock. The inside is on lock. And one of the picks that I think is going a little bit under the radar, I'm going to give you two. One is J.C. Shelton, who she was a guard from Ohio State, and she got drafted by the Dallas Wings. The Dallas Wings have Arike Ogunbowale, right? Sabato Sabale. I hope I'm saying her name right. I hope I'm not messing up her name. But they have some really, really, really good wing players. And so if you add JC Shelton to the mix, she's probably not going to start. But she's going to get in, contribute quality points. She can shoot. She can play defense on the perimeter. She gave Caitlin Clark hell in the Big Ten. So J.C. Shelton, I think, is a sneaky, under-the-radar pick that fans are going to get to know and are going to get to love as the season goes on. And another one that again, is going under the radar, but I think people are going to fall in love with, is Nika Mule. If you watched Iowa play UConn in the Final Four, of course, we were watching the Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark showdown, but if you noticed, Caitlin Clark took a while to get off in that game. She took a while to get hot in that game, and the reason why she took a while to get hot is because of Nika Mule. Let's go. Nika Mule was on Caitlin Clark like white on Iowa. Okay, she was like, Nika Mule, man. So she made a name for herself, right? As a sticky defensive player. She can shoot the three. She can play, man. She can play. And so she's on the Seattle Storm, and they just lost Sue Bird. And I think Nika Mule is going to step in, and she's going to be one of those players who's going to become a sneaky fan favorite. Again, she might be another one who she might not start right away, right? She might have to just work her way up. But anytime you're watching hoops, you love those players. I know I do. Love those players who will dive on the floor for rebounds, defending all up in the star's face. And I don't care. I'm on you. I'm sticky. I don't care if you're supposed to be a superstar. I got a hand in your face. I'm doing all of that. Nika Mule is that kind of player. And I think people they're gonna fall in love with her. So a lot of these players went to good situations, teams that were already good, but they're really adding something, right? Something that could be needed to this team, to this league, right? So a lot of these rookies are in a great position to succeed. Here's a question I have for you. Who do you think is going to be the Rookie of the Year? Listen, the obvious answer is Caitlin Clark, right? You could give it to Caitlin Clark right now because she's already bringing so much light and revenue to the league. For that alone, Caitlin Clark deserves a big hand, okay? Shout out to Caitlin Clark, the money machine, the ratings monster. Caitlin Sanity is already pushing the WNBA forward. But on the court, once we get out, tip off, and start playing these games, who is going to be the Rookie of the Year? That is a great question. I think the Indiana Fever are going to really, really be in it to win it this year. It's not that they weren't already good, but they picked first for a reason, right? But having Caitlin Clark is really going to free up Aaliyah Boston to do a lot. And I think they're going to be there at the end. I think they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot. So if we can get Caitlin Clark in the playoffs, oh man, this is going to be even better for everybody. But what I want to know, if you are listening to this, drop in the comments and let me know, is it Caitlin Clark or is it the field? Caitlin Clark versus the field. Who is going to be the WNBA Rookie of the Year? Is it going to be Caitlin Clark or is it the field? Who you got? Drop your comments, let me know, and let's talk about it.